What's going on, Scotty Hill? Whoa, just in time. Look at that live action. Just in time, fellas. Did he come off? Reel down. Did he come off?
He caught up with him.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Oh, yeah, I guess he did, dude.
Dang, that sucks.
He got the bait. Shit. Look right there. Look. That's what cost us.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's
It's still early.
He folded it over, son. I couldn't grab it quick enough with it, Richard. Yeah, put it right back out there. We'll get it. He folded it down. There wasn't no second guessing that one.
Oh, that was a good fish.
I thought that was him.
Patriot, I don't know if you've seen that. We just lost a good fish. What's up, Bill? Kentucky cat, man. Patriot, you know we ain't going over without glory.
Damn it.
PD. I don't know how much of y'all caught that, but as soon as I hit the live button, this corner rod right here just folded over, and Mark missed it. Next
Sorry.
fish he misses, he's getting out of the boat. But we here fishing with the Southeastern Catfish Club. This is the 7th tournament of the season. We got 2 more tournaments after this one. We're on Fishing Creek Reservoir. Had a lot of rain. The water's real muddy. I don't know about that, Patriot. That fish, he looked hooked. That rod it was holding over. The camera's probably all crooked. I don't have them fancy big things that y'all use to hold your phone and stuff, but I'll get one.
Got my nerves torn up.
It's all good. It's still early. We got plenty of time.
Oh, I know.
I guess I could show y'all a little bit of what we got. Open that live well, Mark. So far, little flathead. Another little blue in there. The problem I'm having is right here. Trying to get y'all set up. Kentucky Catman. I have no depth finder, so I don't know what water temperature. And keep playing. I know that was probably a joke. And PD, I will have the depth finder at Santee. As I get home, that thing's going back on the boat. I'm not leaving the house without that thing again. I'm out of my elements right now without it. I don't know water temperature. I don't know. The bait's not on top of the water, so I don't know where the bait's at. I'm lost. I would think with the water being high like this, that they would be in the back of a creek, and that's kind of where we at now. We're actually in a creek. I ain't leaving
out there, the bait was all flopped up.
You know what I'm talking about. Remember we were down there, he kept saying creeks. There was no creeks, those were coves.
Bill, those are big creeks, not coves.
That's why I say a creek. Because down here, that is a creek.
We came up in here and we anchored up. We didn't even get all the rods out and we caught a little small blue. So I'm hoping that's not a sign of a bunch of small fish in this little area, but we'll see. The day ain't over yet. Anything can happen. Put that corn on.
What all you got for bait?
PD asking for bait. What bait we got? We got some live perch and gizzard shad. They seem to be hitting that gizzard shad better than perch. But that was the only good takedown we had all morning. Patriot, we got some big baits and small baits out.
What, no eel?
What's up with
Keep,
that deal?
keep playing, VD.
What's up with the silly stuff like you know what I'm talking about? Why they always ask you that?
I wish I knew the water temperature.
I wish you'd actually hook into a live eel one day on a live feed.
I was this close to going back to the house this morning and getting my depth finder. But I figured we'd wing it, see what happens. Jeremy, in this tournament, we're allowed to have 10 rods in the water at one time. So we got 10 rods out. See you, Patriot. First,
Should have called your wife, got her to bring it to the dock.
PD, she actually texted me this morning. She seen the post I made on Facebook. She texted me this morning. She was like, I'll bring it down there to you if you want me to, but and she's got to work tonight. She works 12-hour shifts, and I wasn't gonna have her to come all the way down here because I'm about an hour from the house, which ain't too far, but she usually tries to get a lot of rest on Saturdays. So I wasn't gonna aggravate her with bringing it down here. I figured we'd just wing it. That's not the right thing to do when you're fishing a tournament, but we'll figure something out. "12 people in the house. That makes me feel like a bigwig." 12 people. I ain't had 12 people. Well, I ain't been alive since the Patriot tournament. My daughter to bring that sonar down here to me, it cost me $150. Ain't no way I'd call and ask her.
You got that gas down here back.
She'd be all on me. She'd take advantage of that. I don't know why that's. Get this out here on that thing. So Bill, I actually got 3 different reels that I'm using. Obviously, I used the Big Cat Fever rods. I got the Abu Garcia 6500 C3s, the silver one. And I got the Abu Garcia 6500 C3 Catfish Edition. I got a few of them. And then I got one of the Akuma reels with the line counter on it. I only got one of these reels, and this reel here I use a lot. This is how I actually pinpoint fish and structure and log jams and stuff like that, is by using this here with my depth finder. It's a combination of both. I'll make an actual video of how I do that. I'm losing my voice today. I think my sinuses got me messed up. I use 30-pound main line with 50-pound leader mono.
What body of water is that?
This is Fishing Creek Reservoir. It's a part of the Catawba River chain. This reservoir that we're on today. This is the most hated reservoir around here for tournament fishermen. This lake is it's a really hard reservoir to fish. You're not gonna come out here and just get a 100-pound stringer with the snap of a finger like some places we can. Most of the lakes we fish, within the first hour or two of the morning, we usually got our stringer. Fishing creek's a little different. It's a hard place to fish, and I've seen people come down here and win this tournament with 50 pound and 3 fish. I came down here 3 years ago. I think I finished 3rd place with 3 little small channel cats. So it's a tough place to fish for sure. It's got a mind of its own. She's either gonna be good to you or she's gonna be really bad to you. What's up, KB? That was a pretty good fish. As soon as I hit the live button, that corner rod was going down and Mark missed it. That was probably the tournament fish right there. And this guy here,
My fault.
this guy here lost it.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens. Y'all need me to bring
Nice going, Mark.
the Fish Finder Junior.
Here, Mark.
Huh?
PD said, nice going.
Your brother just said, do you want me to bring the Fish Finder?
Hell no, that cost me 200.
You're right.
It's gonna happen though, y'all. It's fixing to happen.
Water there looks like chocolate milk. Looks like the lakes around my area.
It's pretty muddy.
Oh, Justin, it is, man. It's late. It's bad. Like I was saying, first thing this morning, our first spot, man, we anchored up in. We was literally fighting 10, 15 foot long logs. They just kept getting tangled in our lines, getting everything matted up. And there's been so much current, I was like, we need to get on current breaks. And we found a bank that had quite a few current breaks on it. And we tried to anchor up on that bank, thinking we'd get some fish out of them current breaks. And we couldn't do anything because of all the logs and stuff that kept getting wrapped up in our lines as it was going down the lake. So that kind of threw us off right there this morning. There was actually like 50 something boats in here this morning, and this is the smallest reservoir we fish. That's a lot of boats for this little place.
Give us a walk around of the boat. Show us how you got it set up.
You don't want to see this boat right now. This thing is a mess, dude. We are anchored up in a creek. Bill calls them coves, but here's here's what I'll show you. If you got a section like that right there where a creek's coming into it, it's a creek. Now, if this thing comes around like this and there's no creek coming into it, then it's a cove. Put the what?
I couldn't get to read. I didn't get that either.
Watch out.
Thought he said sun.
I don't have a depth finder again, so I don't know how deep of water we in. I'd probably guess we're in about 4 foot. Mark actually took a rod and stuck it down in there.
You ain't gonna believe what he said.
Who?
Your brother.
mention him. Get people to check him out. That way people can kind of get to know him.
It was blurry. Can y'all see or is it at reception?